Nearly 40% of companies have posted a fake job listing this year, according to a survey from Resume Builder. Today, we're going to dive into ghost job postings and why are companies doing this? How can we combat this and save time in our own job searches so we're not just wasting our time out there? My name is Chris-Villanueva. I am the CEO and co-founder of Let's Eat Grandma. We are a resume writing service devoted to helping mid to senior level professionals rewrite their resumes, cover letters, and LinkedIn profiles. Here to help, and I hope that this podcast serves our clients as well as those considering our services as well.
Welcome to the Let's Eat Grandma Career Warrior Podcast.
So today we are going to be diving into two things. We're going to be talking about why this exists in the first place. It's a really baffling and frustrating thing. I think delving into the why can help us understand why we have to battle this and therefore why this is an issue in the first place. Our human brains are always trying to discover why. But more importantly, what we can do to save our own time. I know a lot of us lead very busy lives, and we want to make sure that we are allocating our resources effectively, and so we can eventually get that job we are excited about, we're passionate about here. So just some quick thoughts on fake job listings, aka ghost jobs. This is a big problem in the United States, especially this past year. There is no, I'd say limited, but I'd even cross over and say that there's no legal oversight to this issue. In Ontario, they are making some steps to fight this, but it's very hard to control companies, and it's hard to know for sure whether a job listing is fake or not. There's no laws saying that a company can't put something out there, or no punishment. There aren't companies getting fined out there for fake job postings. So you are going to see that crazy stat, that 40% number that I mentioned towards the beginning of this episode. Another quick thought here is I think that this is a downright stupid and annoying practice. I think that for you job seekers, it's going to be one of those annoying things that we have to battle, and we have to say, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. I have to deal with this in this day and age. I almost wish I can go back to the Stone Age to apply and knock on doors in person. But this is the reality in which we are navigating right now. And some of these reasons are more insidious than others, reasons why companies might be posting fake jobs. But I hope that you can understand why companies are doing this so we can navigate around this and, like I said, save that time here. So why do fake job postings exist? According to McGraw-Hill, the esteemed textbook company, I always think of it as the company that I learned history from, but the rise of ghost jobs is tied to several factors in the current labor market. The job landscape is changing, and following labor movements such as the Great Resignation, many companies are wary of hiring full-time employees. There are 30 possible resume mistakes stopping you from landing interviews. And please, whatever you do, don't submit your resume to another bot who won't listen. As a top resume service, we've helped thousands of job seekers. And with our expert eye, Let's Eat Grandma will transform your resume into a job-winning masterpiece. Don't wait. Submit your resume to Let's Eat Grandma now for a free critique. So let's talk about reasons why that despite, not having the same availability that existed in 2021, 2022, the beginning of, why companies might still be pushing out these job postings. For one, they may still be growing their pipeline just in the long term. This reason is probably the least reprehensible of reasons, and reasons why it might be like, okay, that makes sense. But companies might post job listings without the intent to fulfill immediately, though they're trying to gather a pool of potential candidates for future roles. This is a strategic move. Think of it as the time that you've added something to your shopping list, but you said, I can't really afford this right here in this second in time, but in the future, I would be more than interested in hitting that purchase button. So pipeline building in the long term and not the short term. Budgets are tough these days for some companies, and so they may be looking to still continue their strategic hiring planning, but not pull the trigger just yet. Let's move on to number 2. The second reason a company might do this, the reason that just really pisses me off, is appearing competitive or like they are growing. Some companies might just want to look like they are growing. They might be showy, looking to put on an air of amazingness as they have done in the years past so that they can look good for investors or for their public image. Now, I get it. This was a tough year for companies for the last 2 years. Companies like Meta, Google, every single company that you can imagine of scale has laid off employees. And so they want to make sure that their public image remains intact despite all of this. And so what better way to do that than just to post job listings out there to make people think that we are not dying as a company. Everything is fine. And this reason is dumb because the truth is always coming out. Honesty is a good practice. There's always going to be ways for companies and employees to find out what is going on. But this is the truth. Companies may be wanting to put on an image so that they can look good. The third reason related to that is placating employees themselves, giving employees the sense that the company's growing or they have help on the way. This could be something that they want employees in their very own companies to think. Moving on to the fourth reason why companies might be posting ghost jobs or fake job listings is market research. Job postings, even for non-existing roles, can serve as a way for companies to collect information, collecting, for example, knowing what people are willing to work for a certain salary. So I think of this as the times when you've had a job before in the past. Maybe you've been happily employed, but you decided to put some feelers out there in the job market to see what you can possibly make. So putting the feelers out there, I'll call this reason right here, but market research is one of the reasons why I would say the larger companies are going to be doing this. The fifth reason, and I'll glaze over this one because let's just get down to the brass tacks of what we can do as job postings. But the fifth reason is going to be budget justifications. Departments sometimes just post jobs because they want to retain their budgets or they want to justify their existing resources or request additional funding, even if they don't plan on filling those job postings immediately. So listen, companies, I get it. You're trying to do your thing. I'm a small business owner myself. I get it. But at the same time, if you are listening to this and you are in the hiring position, you have that power. Think about what you can do to make a change for your company, to make this easier on job seekers. All right, now job seekers, let me talk to you. Here's what you can do to get past the current situation, to avoid these mass of fake job postings so you can have the most efficient job search ever and get on to your next position here. The first thing I will tell you is to do your research of the company 360. Look for specific things within the job posting and within the company that are going to tell you whether or not this is legitimate. So the first thing that I'll tell you to look for under this umbrella of research is look for consistent hiring patterns. If a company is frequently posting the same job without actual hires or interviews, this could indicate a ghost job. This is also going to help you avoid some scams as well. So what I would say is use tools such as LinkedIn's Insights feature or to look at job boards to see how long this position has been open. Again, if you see the same director of customer success position being circulated month after month, it is more than likely a fake job listing. Number 2, under this research umbrella is, did the company post a single job quickly with a very generic description that just looks fishy? So something like, we are looking for a talented professional to fulfill the company's KPIs, or we are looking for somebody to blah, 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 whatever that doesn't have a very specific set of keywords or requirements here. So this could be a fake job posting as well. The third thing is high pay with few qualifications, vague roles, or unrealistic perks. If it looks too good to be true, then it more than likely is a fake job posting here. Did the company, and this is a big one, did the company post the listing on their website, on their social media, and other places besides just that one listing on, let's say, Indeed or Monster or LinkedIn, wherever it is? Companies who want to fill roles quickly will do whatever they can to get this circulated on all of their channels to make sure that they can fill that role, not just placate or just to put on a show. If something is going beyond the surface level, so if somebody is putting the effort into really trying to find a quality candidate, then they will do everything that they can to find that candidate beyond just a single job posting. Now, I'm not saying that any or all of these will say, this is going to indicate a fake job posting immediately, but use your gut check, do a gut check, and think about these things 360. If this feels like a ghost job posting, and go beyond just the job posting itself, go and look into the company and to see what the company is actually doing for their hiring practices, then that is going to be a really good indicator for you as the job seeker. The second umbrella. Okay, so the research 360, looking for all those things, that's a quick and easy thing to do. But moving on over to the second thing that is going to give you even more ammo and going to eventually get you that dream job is networking to validate. Listen, guys, I've been saying this, guys and gals, I've been saying this over and over again on this podcast. You have to go beyond just these online job boards. I'm not saying that online job boards aren't going to lead you to your dream job eventually, but you need to work in a human element to make sure that you can get that position here. So reach out to current or former employees on LinkedIn to ask about their company's hiring practices. If you are eyeing that one large company that looks great and they're putting stuff out there, and you really care about getting a job at that company, then you will take the time to reach out to employees to see what's going on. Additionally, you kill two birds with one stone here because connections are going to reveal that the role is genuine, and you're also going to end up finding ways to get referrals into that company. So reach out to employees. You're not going to be wasting your time. If anything, you'll gather valuable research yourself. Another thing that I would recommend is following up with the hiring manager or somebody from the company's hiring side to see where your application went. Don't feel like you're bothering somebody. This is what people have their responsibilities under here. They want to find good talent. So follow up with the hiring manager to suss out the true state of hiring for the company. You can see here if a company really wants to hire, if they are responding to you or they're saying something like, oh no, we're not really looking to fill that role. You never know what you're going to find out by talking to a real human here. The third thing I want to tell you, again, I alluded to this at the beginning, is adjust your expectations. Know that ghost jobs exist in 2024 and 2025. And this is something that you can navigate around, but sometimes you are going to face these things and it's not you getting these rejections half the time. Sometimes people aren't looking at your resume, or it may not be a real job listing. Again, navigate around these fake job postings and use your human intuition here and your human ability to connect with others to really land that dream job here. So this is something that's going to be tough, but know at the end of the day, you're going to get something you're excited about. You're going to reach the light at the end of the tunnel for something that excites you, to get the money that you need here, and the position that is not going to drain you, the position that's going to excite you and make you feel like, gosh, I was meant for this. So research the company 360. Look at things such as companies' hiring patterns. Does the job posting look fishy? Did they post this on all of their channels, not just one? Make sure to network to validate. Look deeper than the job posting itself. Make sure you're connecting with employees and hiring managers to suss out the state of hiring for that company. And the third thing is to adjust your expectations and to know you got this at the end of the day. You may be going through a rough patch right now of rejections and fake job postings, but I promise you, keep persisting, keep adjusting your strategy, and you will get there. All right, so this wraps up today's episode. I will leave a few sources cited, as I like to do here, as well as ways to connect with me on LinkedIn, and head on over to our website if you are looking for additional resources here. We have a free resume critique available right now. Make sure you can take advantage of that, as well as ways you can get more information like downloadables, as well as our resume writing packages. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. My name is Chris-Villanueva. I am the CEO and founder of Let's Eat Grandma. Have an amazing rest of your day. And for more on your job search, please make sure to check out Let's Eat Grandma's website at letseatgrandma.com/CWP. That's where you can find her blog, attend job seeker events, and learn more about her awesome resume services. That's all. I'll see you next episode this Monday morning.